For centuries, the silent stones of ancient ruins have stood as enigmatic sentinels, guarding secrets of civilizations long vanished. These abandoned monuments, weathered by time and cloaked in mystery, have captivated the imaginations of explorers, historians, and dreamers alike. What stories do these crumbling walls hold? What drove the hands of ancient builders to craft such monumental wonders, only to leave them behind for the ages? From the towering pyramids of Egypt to the overgrown temples of the Maya, these structures whisper tales of human ingenuity, ambition, and sometimes inexplicable abandonment. In this journey, we'll unravel the hidden narratives behind these ancient marvels, piecing together the clues they've left behind. Together, we'll explore the questions that have puzzled generations. Why were these monuments built, and what led to their decline? What can they teach us about the people who came before us? Join us as we step into the shadows of history, uncovering the secrets of these forgotten wonders and the enduring legacy they've left for us to discover. The allure of abandoned monuments lies in their ability to transport us across centuries, bridging the gap between the past and the present. These silent giants, cloaked in ivy and weathered by the elements, are more than just relics, they are storytellers. They evoke a profound sense of wonder, tinged with melancholy, as we stand in the shadow of what once was. There's something hauntingly beautiful about their decay, a reminder of the impermanence of human achievement. Angkor Wat, with its sprawling stone corridors swallowed by jungle, and Machu Picchu, perched high in the misty Andes, are not just archaeological sites, they are symbols of a grandeur that time has eroded. Walking through these places, you can almost hear the echoes of ancient footsteps, feel the pulse of forgotten rituals, and sense the weight of history pressing down. These monuments are time capsules, preserving fragments of cultures that once thrived but now exist only in whispers and ruins. Yet, beneath their crumbling surfaces lies a deeper mystery. Why did these civilizations vanish, and what secrets are still waiting to be uncovered? The answers may be hidden in the very stones we walk upon, waiting for the curious to unravel their stories. The Great Pyramid of Giza stands as a testament to human ambition and ingenuity, towering over the sands of Egypt as one of the most enduring mysteries of the ancient world. Built over 4,500 years ago, this colossal structure has baffled historians, engineers, and archaeologists for centuries. How did a civilization with no modern tools or machinery achieve such precision? The pyramid's alignment with the cardinal points north, south, east, and west is so exact that even today, it defies easy explanation. Some researchers argue that the ancient Egyptians used the stars as their guide, aligning the pyramid with celestial bodies like the North Star. Others suggest that advanced mathematical knowledge, far beyond what we typically attribute to that era, played a crucial role in its construction. Regardless of the method, the result is nothing short of awe-inspiring. But what was the true purpose of the Great Pyramid? While many believe it served as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, others propose more unconventional theories. Some experts suggest it was a repository of ancient knowledge, a kind of library encoded in stone. Could the pyramid's dimensions and alignments hold hidden messages or advanced scientific principles? Modern technology has allowed us to peer deeper into its structure, revealing hidden chambers and passageways that have yet to be fully explored. These discoveries only deepen the mystery. What else lies concealed within its ancient walls? The challenges faced by archaeologists today are immense. The pyramid's sheer size and complexity make it a daunting subject of study. Advanced tools like ground-penetrating radar and 3D scanning have uncovered anomalies that hint at undiscovered spaces, but accessing them without damaging the structure is a delicate task. As one expert puts it, The Great Pyramid is like a puzzle with pieces we're still trying to fit together. Every discovery raises more questions than answers. And then there's the question of how such a monumental feat was achieved with the technology of the time. The stones used in the pyramid's construction weigh several tons each, and thousands of them were transported from quarries miles away. Theories range from the use of ramps and sledges to more speculative ideas involving lost technologies. Whatever the methods, the Great Pyramid remains a symbol of what humanity is capable of achieving, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. As we continue to study this ancient wonder, one thing is certain: its secrets are far from fully unraveled. Nestled in the rolling hills of England, Stonehenge stands as one of the world's most iconic and enigmatic prehistoric monuments. Its towering stones, arranged in a circular formation, have sparked endless debate and fascination. Was it an ancient celestial calendar, a sacred site for rituals, or perhaps something even more profound? The truth is, Stonehenge's purpose remains shrouded in mystery, but the clues left behind offer tantalizing glimpses into the minds of its creators. One of the most striking features of Stonehenge is its precise alignment with the movements of the sun. During the summer solstice, the rising sun aligns perfectly with the heel stone, casting its rays directly into the heart of the monument. For the winter solstice, the sun sets in alignment with the central trilithons. This astronomical precision has led many to believe that Stonehenge was designed as a kind of ancient calendar, helping its builders track the seasons and mark important celestial events. But could it have served a dual purpose, blending science with spirituality? The cultural significance of Stonehenge to the ancient Britons cannot be overstated. For a society deeply connected to the rhythms of nature, the monument may have been a place of worship where rituals honoring the cycles of life, death, and rebirth took place. The discovery of human remains in the area suggests that it could have also been a site for burial ceremonies, further cementing its role as a sacred space. Yet the question remains: what drove these ancient people to invest so much effort into its construction? Transporting and erecting Stonehenge's massive stones was no small feat. The largest of these stones, known as sarsens, weigh up to 50 tons each and were hauled from quarries over 20 miles away. The smaller blue stones, weighing around 4 tons, were transported from even farther, some originating from Wales, nearly 150 miles distant. How did a prehistoric society achieve this without the aid of modern machinery? Theories abound, from the use of wooden sledges and rollers to the possibility of glacial movement carrying the stones closer. Some even speculate that advanced techniques, now lost to history, were employed. Whatever the method, the sheer effort required speaks volumes about the importance of Stonehenge to its builders. The monument's enduring legacy lies not just in its physical presence but in the questions it continues to raise. Was Stonehenge a place of science where ancient astronomers mapped the skies? Or was it a spiritual sanctuary where communities gathered to connect with the divine? Perhaps it was both, a testament to humanity's dual drive to understand the cosmos and honor the sacred. As we stand before its weathered stones today, we're reminded that some mysteries are not meant to be fully solved. They are meant to inspire awe, curiosity, and a deeper connection to the past. Stonehenge is more than a monument. It's a bridge to a time when the boundaries between science and spirituality were blurred, and the heavens were just within reach. Deep within the rugged desert canyons of southern Jordan lies Petra, an ancient city that seems to defy the very environment it was built in. Known as the Rose City for the blush-colored stone from which it was carved, Petra stands as a breathtaking testament to human ingenuity and resilience. This sprawling metropolis, hidden behind towering cliffs and narrow gorges, was once the thriving capital of the Nabatean kingdom, a civilization that mastered the art of survival in one of the harshest landscapes on Earth. The most iconic feature of Petra is undoubtedly the treasury, or Al-Khosne, a stunning facade carved directly into the sandstone cliffs. But this is just the beginning of the city's wonders. Petra is a labyrinth of tombs, temples, and dwellings, all meticulously chiseled into the rock. The Nabateans didn't just carve buildings, they created an entire cityscape, complete with water channels, cisterns, and reservoirs. In a region where water is scarce, their advanced hydraulic engineering allowed them to collect and store rainwater, ensuring the city's survival in an otherwise unforgiving environment. These innovations were nothing short of revolutionary for their time, turning a barren desert into a flourishing oasis. But what led to Petra's eventual decline? At its peak, the city was a bustling hub of trade, connecting the Silk Road with the Arabian Peninsula. However, as trade routes shifted and Roman influence grew, Petra's economic importance began to wane. Some historians point to natural disasters such as earthquakes as contributing factors to its downfall. Over time, the city was abandoned, its grand structures swallowed by the sands of time. For centuries, Petra remained a secret known only to local Bedouin tribes, until its rediscovery by Western explorers in the early 19th century. Today, it stands as an UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the new 7 wonders of the world, drawing millions of visitors each year. Petra's rediscovery reignited global fascination with its beauty and mystery. Archaeologists have uncovered countless artifacts and inscriptions that shed light on the Nabatean way of life, from their religious practices to their sophisticated trade networks. Yet, many questions remain unanswered. Why did such a prosperous city fall into obscurity? What drove the Nabateans to carve their legacy into the very rock of the desert? The answers may lie hidden in the shadows of Petra's ancient corridors, waiting for future explorers to uncover. What makes Petra truly remarkable is not just its architectural grandeur, but the story it tells about human determination. In a landscape where survival seems impossible, the Nabateans built a city that endures as a symbol of creativity and adaptability. Petra reminds us that even in the face of nature's harshest challenges, humanity has the capacity to create beauty and leave an indelible mark on the world. As we walk through its narrow Siq with the towering cliffs rising on either side, we're reminded that the echoes of the past are never truly silent. They live on in the stones, waiting for us to listen. In the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, where the horizon stretches endlessly and the waves crash against remote shores, lies Easter Island, a place of profound mystery and enduring wonder. Here, towering above the rugged landscape, stand the Moai, the iconic stone statues that have become synonymous with the island's enigmatic past. Carved by the Rapa Nui people centuries ago, these colossal figures, with their solemn faces and imposing presence, seem to watch over the land like silent sentinels. But who were the Rapa Nui, and why did they devote such immense effort to creating these statues? What secrets do these stone guardians hold about the civilization that brought them to life? The Moai are more than just stone sculptures. They are a testament to human creativity and determination. Carved from volcanic tuff, a type of rock found in the island's Rono-Roroku quarry, each statue is a marvel of craftsmanship. Ranging in height from a few feet to over 30 feet tall, some weigh as much as 80 tons. The sheer scale of their construction is staggering, especially considering the limited tools and resources available to the Rapa Nui. The process of carving these statues was a monumental task, requiring not only physical strength but also a deep understanding of geology and artistry. Once completed, the statues were transported across the island, a feat that has puzzled researchers for generations. One of the most enduring mysteries of the Moai is how they were moved from the quarry to their final resting places, often miles away. Without the use of wheels or large animals, the Rapa Nui had to rely on ingenuity and teamwork. One popular theory suggests that they used a system of ropes, sledges, and wooden rollers to walk the statues upright, rocking them back and forth in a slow, deliberate procession. Another theory proposes that the statues were laid flat on wooden sledges and pulled across log tracks. While modern experiments have demonstrated the plausibility of these methods, the exact techniques remain a subject of debate. What's clear is that the Rapa Nui's ability to move these massive stones speaks to their resourcefulness and collective effort. But the Moai were more than just impressive feats of engineering. They held deep cultural and spiritual significance. Many archaeologists believe the statues represented deified ancestors, serving as a link between the living and the spiritual realm. Placed on stone platforms called ahu, the statues faced inland, watching over the villages and fields rather than the sea. This positioning suggests they were meant to protect and guide the community, embodying the presence of revered forebears. The Rapa Nui's devotion to their ancestors was so profound that they continued to carve and erect these statues even as their resources dwindled and their environment faced increasing strain. This brings us to the darker chapter of Easter Island's history, the decline of the Rapa Nui civilization. Once a thriving society, the Rapa Nui faced a series of challenges that ultimately led to their downfall. Overpopulation, deforestation, and the depletion of natural resources created a fragile ecosystem that could no longer sustain their way of life. As the island's once lush forests disappeared, so too did the materials needed to build and transport the Moai. Social and political upheaval likely followed, exacerbating the strain on the community. By the time European explorers arrived in the 18th century, much of the island's culture and infrastructure had already crumbled, leaving behind the hauntingly beautiful statues as a reminder of what once was. Yet the Moai endure, their stoic faces gazing out over an island that has weathered centuries of change. What can these silent guardians tell us about the people who created them? Perhaps they are a testament to the Rapa Nui's resilience and their deep connection to their ancestors and the land. Or perhaps they serve as a cautionary tale, reminding us of the delicate balance between human ambition and the natural world. As we stand before these ancient figures, we're left with more questions than answers, questions that invite us to explore not only the past but also our own place in the world. The Moai of Easter Island are more than statues. They are a bridge to a time when humanity's greatest achievements were carved in stone, waiting for future generations to uncover their stories. Rising from the dense jungles of Cambodia, the Temples of Angkor Wat stand as a breathtaking testament to the power and artistry of the Khmer Empire. Built in the early 12th century, this sprawling complex was more than just a religious site. It was the heart of an empire that once dominated Southeast Asia. With its intricate carvings, towering spires, and vast network of temples, Angkor Wat is a masterpiece of architecture and a symbol of the Khmer people's devotion to their gods and kings. But how did such a grand civilization capable of creating this marvel eventually fade into history, and what can the story of Angkor Wat teach us about the rise and fall of empires? At its peak, Angkor Wat was not only a religious center but also a political and cultural hub. The temple was originally dedicated to the Hindu god Vishnu, reflecting the Khmer Empire's deep spiritual roots. Over time, as the empire embraced Buddhism, the site evolved to reflect this shift, blending elements of both religions into its design. The temple's layout is a microcosm of the Hindu universe, with its central towers representing Mount Meru, the mythical home of the gods. Surrounding moats and walls symbolize the cosmic oceans and mountains, creating a sacred space that connected the earthly and the divine. This architectural harmony was a deliberate statement of the Khmer rulers' divine authority, reinforcing their role as intermediaries between the heavens and their people. Yet, for all its grandeur, Angkor Wat was not immune to the forces of time and change. By the 15th century, the once thriving city surrounding the temple complex had been largely abandoned. Theories about its decline are as varied as the carvings on its walls. Some historians point to environmental factors, such as prolonged droughts and the strain of maintaining an extensive water management system. Others suggest that shifting trade routes and the rise of rival powers weakened the empire's economic and political influence. Internal strife and the erosion of centralized authority may have also played a role, leading to a gradual unraveling of the Khmer Empire's dominance. Whatever the exact reasons, the abandonment of Angkor Wat serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility of even the most powerful civilizations. Today, Angkor Wat is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a symbol of Cambodia's cultural heritage. Preservation efforts are ongoing, with teams of archaeologists and conservationists working tirelessly to protect the temple from the ravages of time and tourism. Modern technology, such as laser scanning and 3D mapping, has allowed researchers to uncover hidden details and better understand the site's construction. Yet, the work is far from easy. The jungle's relentless growth, combined with centuries of weathering, poses constant challenges. Balancing the need for preservation with the desire to share this wonder with the world is an ongoing struggle, but one that underscores the enduring importance of Angkor Wat. What can we learn from the story of Angkor Wat? Perhaps it's a lesson in humility, reminding us that even the greatest achievements are not immune to the passage of time. Or maybe it's a testament to the resilience of human creativity, as the temple continues to inspire awe centuries after its construction. As we walk through its ancient corridors, gazing at the intricate bas-reliefs that tell stories of gods, kings, and everyday life, we're reminded that history is not just about the rise and fall of empires, it's about the legacies they leave behind. Angkor Wat is more than a temple. It's a bridge to a world where art, faith, and power converged, leaving an indelible mark on the landscape of history. Deep within the lush, untamed rainforests of Guatemala lies Tikal, a city that once stood as a beacon of Mayan civilization. Emerging from the dense canopy, its towering pyramids and grand plazas tell a story of a society that thrived in harmony with its environment, only to vanish under the weight of its own complexities. Tikal was not just a city, it was a marvel of urban planning, a testament to the ingenuity of the Maya, and a place where the spiritual and the practical intertwined in ways that still captivate us today. At its height, Tikal was one of the largest and most powerful cities in the Mayan world. Its skyline was dominated by colossal pyramids, some rising over 200 feet tall, their steps ascending into the heavens as if to bridge the gap between Earth and the gods. The Great Plaza, the heart of the city, was a bustling hub of activity, surrounded by temples, palaces, and ball courts where sacred games were played. The Maya were masterful architects, and their attention to detail is evident in the intricate carvings and stelae that adorn the city's structures. These carvings tell stories of kings, gods, and cosmic events, offering a glimpse into the spiritual and political life of the Maya. But what truly sets Tikal apart is its advanced urban planning. The city was carefully designed to reflect the Maya's deep connection to their environment. Water management systems, including reservoirs and canals, ensured a steady supply of water during dry seasons, while the surrounding rainforest provided food, shelter, and materials. The Maya understood the delicate balance of their ecosystem and built their city in harmony with it. This integration of nature and architecture is a testament to their foresight and ingenuity, qualities that modern urban planners could learn from today. Yet, despite its grandeur, Tikal's story took a dramatic turn. By the 9th century, the city was largely abandoned, its once thriving streets silent and its temples reclaimed by the jungle. Theories about its decline are as varied as the carvings on its walls. Some scholars point to prolonged warfare with rival city-states, which drained resources and destabilized the region. Others suggest environmental factors such as deforestation and drought played a significant role. The Mayas' reliance on their environment may have been their greatest strength, but it also made them vulnerable to its fluctuations. As the delicate balance was disrupted, the city's ability to sustain itself diminished, leading to its eventual collapse. Uncovering Tikal's secrets has been a monumental task for archaeologists. The site's remote location, buried beneath centuries of jungle growth, presents unique challenges. Excavations require not only meticulous care to preserve the fragile structures, but also constant battles against the encroaching vegetation. Modern technology, such as LiDAR scanning, has revolutionized our understanding of the site, revealing hidden structures and complex networks of roads and buildings that once formed the backbone of the city. Yet, even with these tools, much of Tikal's story remains untold, waiting for future explorers to piece together. What can Tikal teach us about our own cities and societies? Perhaps it's a reminder of the importance of sustainability and the need to balance growth with environmental stewardship. Or maybe it's a cautionary tale about the consequences of conflict and resource depletion. As we walk through the shadowed plazas and climb the ancient steps of Tikal's pyramids, we're reminded that the echoes of the past are never truly silent. They speak to us through the stones, urging us to reflect on our own choices and the legacy we wish to leave behind. Tikal is more than a forgotten city. It's a mirror held up to the complexities of human civilization, inviting us to learn from its triumphs and mistakes. Stretching across the arid plains of southern Peru, the Nazca Lines are one of the most baffling and visually stunning mysteries of the ancient world. These enormous geoglyphs etched into the desert floor depict a variety of shapes, from geometric patterns to intricate animal figures, some stretching over 1,000 feet in length. Created by the ancient Nazca people between 500 BC and 500 CE, these designs are so vast that they can only be fully appreciated from the air. How did a civilization without the ability to fly create such precise and massive artworks? And more importantly, why? The answers to these questions remain elusive, sparking decades of debate and speculation. One of the most widely accepted theories is that the Nazca Lines served as an astronomical calendar, aligning with celestial events like solstices and equinoxes. Some researchers suggest that the lines point to key stars or constellations, helping the Nazca track time and plan agricultural activities. Others propose that the geoglyphs were part of ritualistic pathways used in ceremonies to honor the gods or communicate with the spiritual realm. The animal figures, such as the hummingbird, spider, and monkey, may have held symbolic significance, representing deities or natural forces that the Nazca revered. Yet, despite these plausible explanations, the sheer scale and precision of the lines continue to fuel more sensational theories, including the idea of extraterrestrial involvement. The notion that the Nazca Lines were created by or for beings from another world has captured the public imagination for decades. Proponents of this theory argue that the designs are too large and complex to have been made without advanced technology or aerial guidance. They point to the fact that the lines are best viewed from above, suggesting they were meant to be seen by someone or something in the sky. Skeptics, however, counter that the Nazca were highly skilled engineers who could have used simple tools and mathematical calculations to achieve such precision. Archaeologists have even recreated some of the lines using traditional methods, demonstrating that human ingenuity was more than capable of producing these wonders. While the alien theory makes for compelling storytelling, the evidence overwhelmingly supports a human origin. Studying the Nazca Lines presents unique challenges. The geoglyphs are incredibly fragile, etched into a thin layer of dark desert varnish that overlies lighter soil. Foot traffic or heavy machinery could easily damage them, making close examination difficult. Modern technology, such as drones and satellite imaging, has revolutionized our ability to map and analyze the lines without disturbing them. Yet, even with these tools, many questions remain. Why did the Nazca choose such a remote and inhospitable location for their designs? What message were they trying to convey to future generations or to the heavens themselves? Each discovery seems to deepen the mystery rather than resolve it. What makes the Nazca Lines so enduringly fascinating is not just their mystery, but the way they challenge our understanding of ancient cultures. They remind us that humanity has always been drawn to the unexplained, seeking meaning in the patterns of the world around us. Whether they were created as a celestial map, a sacred ritual site, or something else entirely, the Nazca Lines are a testament to the creativity and ambition of their creators. They invite us to look beyond the obvious, to explore the boundaries of what we think we know, and to marvel at the ingenuity of those who came before us. As we ponder the purpose of these ancient designs, we're reminded of our own place in the universe. The Nazca Lines are more than just markings on a desert floor. They are a mirror reflecting our timeless desire to connect with something greater than ourselves. Whether gazing at the stars or etching messages into the earth, humanity has always sought to leave a mark to say, "We were here." In that sense, the Nazca Lines are not just a mystery to be solved, they are a story to be told, a bridge between the past and the present, and a reminder that some questions are meant to inspire wonder rather than answers. Nestled at the base of Mount Vesuvius in southern Italy, the ancient city of Pompeii offers a haunting yet extraordinary window into the past. On a fateful day in August of the year 79 CE, the eruption of Vesuvius buried the bustling Roman city under layers of volcanic ash and pumice, freezing it in time. For centuries, Pompeii lay hidden, its stories silenced beneath the earth until its rediscovery in the 18th century. What emerged was not just a city in ruins, but a remarkably preserved snapshot of Roman life, offering unparalleled insights into the daily routines, architecture, and culture of an ancient civilization. Walking through the streets of Pompeii today feels like stepping into a moment suspended in time. The ash that once brought destruction became an unlikely preserver, capturing the city in astonishing detail. Homes, shops, and public buildings stand largely intact, their walls adorned with vibrant frescoes and mosaics that depict scenes of mythology, commerce, and daily life. Bakeries still hold the remnants of loaves of bread, while taverns and bathhouses reveal the social fabric of the city. Even the grooves of chariot wheels are etched into the stone streets, a testament to the constant hum of activity that once defined Pompeii. These details offer a vivid picture of life in a Roman city, allowing us to connect with the people who lived there in a profoundly personal way. One of the most striking aspects of Pompeii is its architectural ingenuity. The city's design reflects the sophistication of Roman engineering, with features like aqueducts, public fountains, and an advanced sewage system. The Forum, the heart of Pompeii's political and social life, was a grand open space surrounded by temples, government buildings, and markets. The amphitheater, one of the oldest surviving Roman amphitheaters, could seat thousands, showcasing the importance of entertainment in Roman culture. Even the private homes reveal a deliberate attention to comfort and aesthetics, with atriums, gardens, and intricate tilework that speak to the wealth and taste of their owners. These structures remind us that Pompeii was not just a city, it was a thriving community, alive with ambition, creativity, and connection. But perhaps the most poignant discoveries at Pompeii are the plaster casts of its inhabitants. When archaeologists first excavated the site, they found voids in the hardened ash where human bodies had once lain. By filling these voids with plaster, they created lifelike casts of the victims, capturing their final moments in heart-wrenching detail. Families huddled together, individuals shielding their faces, and even a dog curled in its final rest. These casts humanize the tragedy, reminding us that Pompeii was more than an archaeological site. It was a place where real people lived, loved, and faced unimaginable fear. Today, Pompeii continues to yield new discoveries thanks to ongoing excavations and advancements in technology. Ground-penetrating radar and 3D imaging have revealed hidden structures and artifacts, offering fresh perspectives on Roman life. Recent findings include a lavish villa with stunning frescoes, a thermopolium, a kind of ancient fast food counter, and even graffiti that provides a candid glimpse into the thoughts and humor of Pompeii's residents. Each discovery adds another layer to our understanding of this ancient city, painting a richer picture of its history and legacy. The story of Pompeii is not just one of tragedy, but also of resilience and revelation. It reminds us of the fragility of human existence in the face of nature's power, yet also of our enduring drive to preserve and understand the past. As we walk its ancient streets, we're confronted with the echoes of lives cut short, but also with the enduring legacy of a civilization that continues to teach and inspire us. Pompeii is more than a city frozen in time. It's a testament to the fragility of life, the resilience of memory, and the timeless quest to uncover the stories of those who came before us. High above the Valley of Mexico, shrouded in the mists of time, lies Teotihuacan, a city so grand that its very name means the place where the gods were created. Once the beating heart of Mesoamerica, this sprawling metropolis was home to over 100,000 people at its peak, making it one of the largest cities in the ancient world. Its iconic pyramids stretching toward the heavens and its meticulously planned streets speak of a civilization far ahead of its time. Yet, for all its grandeur, Teotihuacan remains one of history's most enigmatic cities, its origins and ultimate fate still cloaked in mystery. At the center of Teotihuacan's awe-inspiring landscape stand two colossal structures, the Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon. The Pyramid of the Sun, rising over 200 feet tall, is one of the largest pyramids in the world by volume, a monumental feat of engineering that rivals even the Great Pyramid of Giza. Its alignment with celestial events is nothing short of remarkable. During the equinoxes, the sun casts shadows that create the illusion of a serpent descending the pyramid steps, a visual echo of the Mesoamerican belief in the divine connection between earth and sky. The Pyramid of the Moon, though smaller, holds its own significance, positioned at the northern end of the city's central avenue, the Avenue of the Dead. This grand thoroughfare, lined with temples and plazas, was designed as a sacred pathway, symbolizing the journey between the earthly and the divine. Together, these structures reflect a deep understanding of astronomy, spirituality, and urban planning, showcasing the sophistication of Teotihuacan's builders. But who were these builders? Unlike other ancient civilizations, Teotihuacan left behind no written records, leaving historians to piece together its story through archaeology and inference. The city's art and architecture suggest a multicultural society with influences from the Maya, Zapotec, and other neighboring cultures. Murals depicting deities, warriors, and rituals offer glimpses into their beliefs and daily life, but the identity of Teotihuacan's rulers remains a mystery. Were they kings, priests, or perhaps a council of leaders? The absence of clear answers only adds to the city's allure, inviting endless speculation and exploration. Teotihuacan's decline is as puzzling as its rise. By the 7th century, the city was largely abandoned, its grand plazas and temples left to the elements. Theories about its fall range from internal strife and political upheaval to environmental challenges, such as prolonged droughts or overexploitation of resources. Some researchers point to evidence of widespread fires, suggesting a violent end to the city's golden age. Others propose that the city's collapse was gradual, the result of shifting trade routes and the rise of competing powers. Whatever the cause, Teotihuacan's abandonment marked the end of an era, leaving behind a legacy that would profoundly shape the civilizations that followed. The influence of Teotihuacan on later Mesoamerican cultures cannot be overstated. The Aztecs, who arrived centuries after the city's decline, revered it as a sacred place, attributing its construction to gods and giants. They adopted many of its architectural and artistic styles, integrating them into their own culture. Even today, the city's cultural legacy endures, inspiring awe and admiration in those who walk its ancient streets. Modern Mexican identity is deeply intertwined with the symbolism of Teotihuacan, from its pyramids featured on currency to its imagery in contemporary art. What can Teotihuacan teach us about the cycles of civilization? Perhaps it's a reminder of the fragility of even the most powerful societies, or a testament to the enduring power of human creativity and ambition. As we stand before the Pyramid of the Sun, gazing at the shadows cast by the setting sun, we're reminded that some mysteries are not meant to be fully unraveled. They are meant to inspire us, to connect us with the past, and to remind us of the timeless quest to understand our place in the universe. Teotihuacan is more than an abandoned city. It's a bridge to a world where gods walked among mortals and where the echoes of their footsteps still resonate today. Scattered across the lush landscapes of Costa Rica lie hundreds of perfectly round stone spheres, some as small as a few inches in diameter, others towering over 6 feet tall and weighing several tons. Known as the Diquis spheres, these enigmatic artifacts have puzzled archaeologists and historians for decades. Their near-flawless symmetry and precision are astonishing, especially considering they were crafted by ancient societies without the aid of modern tools. Who created these spheres and what purpose did they serve? The answers, much like the spheres themselves, remain tantalizingly out of reach. The stone spheres are believed to have been crafted by the Diquis culture, a pre-Columbian society that flourished in the region between 700 and 1500 CE. Using simple tools like hammers and chisels, they shaped massive boulders of granodiorite, a hard volcanic rock, into these remarkable forms. The process would have required immense skill, patience, and a deep understanding of geometry. Yet, despite their technical prowess, the Diquis left no written records or clear explanations for why they created these spheres. This silence has fueled endless speculation and debate about their purpose. One of the most enduring theories is that the spheres held astronomical or spiritual significance. Some researchers suggest they were aligned with celestial bodies, serving as markers for important events like solstices or equinoxes. Others believe they symbolized power and status, placed near the homes of leaders or in ceremonial spaces to convey authority. The sphere's perfect roundness might have represented the cosmos or the concept of wholeness, reflecting the Diquis' worldview and their reverence for the natural order. Whatever their purpose, it's clear that these artifacts were deeply meaningful to the people who created them. Studying the Diquis spheres is no easy task. Many of the spheres were moved from their original locations during the 20th century, either by looters or during agricultural development, making it difficult to understand their original context. Some were even used as garden ornaments or displayed in public spaces, further obscuring their cultural significance. Modern archaeologists have worked tirelessly to document and preserve these artifacts, using advanced techniques like ground-penetrating radar to uncover hidden spheres and map their original placements. Yet, even with these tools, much of the mystery remains intact. The allure of the Diquis spheres lies not just in their mystery, but in what they reveal about human creativity and the desire to leave a lasting mark. They remind us that ancient societies were capable of extraordinary feats, driven by a blend of practical skill and profound spiritual insight. As we stand before these silent stone sentinels, we're reminded that some questions may never be fully answered, and perhaps that's part of their magic. The Diquis spheres invite us to marvel at the ingenuity of their creators, to ponder the stories they might tell, and to reflect on the timeless human impulse to create beauty and meaning in the world. In a way, these enigmatic artifacts serve as a bridge between the past and the present, urging us to explore not just their secrets but our own connection to the mysteries of history. They remind us that the allure of the unexplained is as much about the journey of discovery as it is about the answers we seek. And in that journey, we find not just knowledge, but a deeper appreciation for the creativity and resilience of those who came before us. Perched atop a windswept plateau in modern-day Turkey, the ruins of Hattusa stand as a silent testament to the might and mystery of the Hittite Empire. Once the thriving capital of one of the ancient world's most formidable powers, this sprawling city was the heart of a civilization that rivaled Egypt and Babylon in its influence. Surrounded by towering stone walls and fortified gates, Hattusa was a marvel of engineering and ambition, a place where gods and kings walked side by side. But what led to the fall of this great city, and what secrets does it hold about the Hittites, a people whose legacy has often been overshadowed by their more famous contemporaries? Hattusa's grandeur is evident in its massive fortifications, which stretch for miles around the city. These walls, built from enormous stone blocks, were designed to withstand sieges and protect the city's inhabitants from invaders. The most iconic of these defenses is the Lion Gate, flanked by two imposing stone lions that seem to guard the entrance with an eternal vigilance. Beyond the gates, the city unfolds in a labyrinth of temples, palaces, and residential quarters, each telling a story of a society that valued both strength and spirituality. The Great Temple, dedicated to the storm god Teshub and the sun goddess Arina, was the spiritual center of the empire, a place where rituals and offerings sought to ensure the favor of the gods. But Hattusa was more than just a fortress. It was also a hub of knowledge and diplomacy. The city's archives, discovered in the early 20th century, contained thousands of clay tablets inscribed with cuneiform script. These texts, written in multiple languages, reveal the Hittites' vast trade networks, legal codes, and diplomatic correspondence. Among the most significant finds were the Treaty of Kadesh, a peace agreement between the Hittites and Egyptians, and detailed accounts of religious ceremonies and daily life. These archives have provided invaluable insights into the Hittite Empire, shedding light on its governance, culture, and interactions with neighboring powers. They remind us that Hattusa was not just a military stronghold but a center of learning and diplomacy, a city where ideas and alliances were forged as surely as weapons. Yet, even the mightiest empires are not immune to decline. By the late 12th century BCE, Hattusa was abandoned, its grand structures left to crumble under the weight of time. Theories about its fall abound, ranging from external invasions by the so-called Sea Peoples to internal strife and economic collapse. Some scholars suggest that a combination of factors, drought, famine, and political instability, created a perfect storm that the empire could not weather. Whatever the cause, the abandonment of Hattusa marked the end of an era, leaving behind a city that would remain hidden for millennia, its stories buried beneath the earth. The rediscovery of Hattusa in the 19th century reignited interest in the Hittites, a civilization that had once been little more than a footnote in ancient history. Excavations have since uncovered not only the physical remains of the city, but also the cultural and historical significance of the Hittite Empire. Hattusa's ruins have become a window into a world that bridged the ancient Near East and the Mediterranean, a world where diplomacy and warfare, gods and mortals, coexisted in a delicate balance. Each artifact and inscription adds another piece to the puzzle, helping us understand a civilization that shaped the course of history in ways we are only beginning to appreciate. What can Hattusa teach us about the resilience of ancient civilizations? Perhaps it's a reminder that even the most powerful empires are built on fragile foundations, vulnerable to the forces of nature and human ambition. Yet, it's also a testament to the enduring power of legacy. Though the Hittite Empire fell, its influence lived on, shaping the cultures and histories of the regions it once dominated. As we walk through the ruins of Hattusa, we're reminded that the echoes of the past are never truly silent. They resonate in the stones, the stories, and the lessons they leave behind. Hattusa is more than an abandoned city. It's a bridge to a time when gods and kings ruled the earth, and their legacy continues to speak to us across the centuries. The story of Troy has captivated imaginations for millennia, immortalized in Homer's epic tales of gods, heroes, and a legendary wooden horse. For centuries, the city was thought to be nothing more than a myth, a creation of poetic imagination. But what if Troy was more than just a story? What if it was a real place, its ruins buried beneath layers of time and earth, waiting to be uncovered? This question has driven archaeologists and historians to search for the truth behind the legend, leading to discoveries that blur the line between myth and history. The search for Troy began in earnest in the 19th century, when German archaeologist Heinrich Schliemann set out to prove that the city was more than just a literary invention. His excavations at Hisarlik, a site in modern-day Turkey, revealed not one but multiple layers of ancient settlements, each built atop the ruins of the last. These layers, spanning thousands of years, tell the story of a city that rose, fell, and rose again, enduring wars, earthquakes, and the passage of time. Among these layers, Schliemann identified one that he believed was the Troy of Homer's epics, a city that had been destroyed by fire, seemingly matching the description of the Trojan War. But separating fact from fiction in the story of Troy is no easy task. The archaeological evidence is complex, with each layer offering clues but also raising new questions. For instance, the layer Schliemann identified as Homeric Troy, known as Troy Via, shows signs of destruction consistent with a siege, including collapsed walls and evidence of fire. Yet, there's no definitive proof that this destruction was the result of the Trojan War as described in the Iliad. Some scholars argue that the war itself may have been a poetic embellishment of smaller conflicts or raids that were common in the ancient world. Others suggest that the story of Troy was a way for later generations to make sense of the city's turbulent past, blending history with myth to create a narrative that resonated across cultures. Despite these challenges, the discovery of Troy has profound significance. It bridges the gap between history and mythology, showing how the two can intertwine in ways that enrich our understanding of the past. The city's ruins remind us that even the most fantastical stories often have roots in reality, shaped by the hopes, fears, and experiences of those who told them. Troy is not just a testament to the power of storytelling. It's a reminder that legends can preserve truths in ways that facts alone cannot. The enduring legacy of Troy also highlights the role of archaeology in uncovering these truths. Excavations at the site have revealed not only the physical remains of the city, but also artifacts that offer glimpses into its daily life. Pottery, tools, and jewelry that speak of a vibrant cosmopolitan society. These discoveries help us see Troy not just as the setting of a legendary war, but as a real place where people lived, worked, and dreamed. They invite us to imagine the lives of those who walked its streets, traded in its markets, and defended its walls, connecting us to a past that feels both distant and deeply human. As we explore the layers of Troy, we're reminded of the power of stories to shape our understanding of the world. Whether rooted in fact or embellished by imagination, these narratives endure because they speak to something universal, our desire to make sense of the past, to find meaning in the chaos of history, and to remember those who came before us. Troy is more than a city. It's a bridge between myth and memory, a place where the echoes of ancient voices still resonate, inviting us to listen and learn. Through its ruins, we see not just the remains of a civilization, but the enduring power of human storytelling, a legacy that transcends time and continues to inspire. Rising from the sands of the Syrian desert, the ancient city of Palmyra stands as a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of human civilization. Once a thriving oasis along the Silk Road, Palmyra was a melting pot of cultures where Roman grandeur met Persian artistry and Arab traditions. Its towering columns, sprawling temples, and intricate carvings tell the story of a city that thrived at the crossroads of empires, a place where trade, ideas, and faith converge to create a unique cultural tapestry. But today, Palmyra's legacy is as much a story of loss as it is of triumph, a reminder of how fragile our shared heritage can be in the face of conflict. At its height, Palmyra was a beacon of prosperity, its wealth built on the trade routes that connected the Mediterranean world with the riches of the East. Merchants from as far as China and India passed through its gates, bringing with them goods, knowledge, and traditions. The city's architecture reflects this cultural fusion, blending Roman engineering with Eastern motifs. The Temple of Bel, one of Palmyra's most iconic structures, was a masterpiece of this synthesis, its grand courtyard and ornate carvings echoing the spiritual and artistic influences of its diverse inhabitants. The city's colonnaded streets, lined with towering pillars, were not just pathways but symbols of its cosmopolitan identity, where people of different backgrounds lived, traded, and worshipped side by side. Yet, Palmyra's history is not just one of unity and prosperity. Like many ancient cities, it faced its share of turmoil. In the 3rd century CE, it became the seat of Queen Zenobia's short-lived empire, a bold attempt to challenge Roman dominance. Though her rebellion was ultimately crushed, her story has endured as a symbol of resistance and ambition. The city itself, however, never fully recovered from the Roman retaliation, and over time it faded into obscurity, its grandeur buried beneath the sands. The rediscovery of Palmyra in the modern era brought renewed attention to its breathtaking ruins, earning it a place as an UNESCO World Heritage Site. But this recognition also made it a target during the Syrian civil war, when extremist groups deliberately destroyed many of its most iconic monuments. The Temple of Bel, the Arch of Triumph, and other irreplaceable structures were reduced to rubble, a devastating loss to the world's cultural heritage. These acts of destruction were not just attacks on stone and mortar, they were attempts to erase a shared history, to sever the ties that connect us to our past. In the aftermath of this tragedy, efforts to rebuild Palmyra have become a symbol of hope and resilience. Using advanced technology like 3D scanning and photogrammetry, archaeologists and conservationists are working to piece together what was lost. Local communities, too, have rallied to protect and restore their heritage, driven by a deep connection to the land and its history. While the scars of war remain, these efforts remind us that the stories of our past are not easily erased. They live on in the stones, the memories, and the determination to preserve them for future generations. Palmyra's story is a poignant reminder of the fragility of cultural heritage, especially in times of conflict. It challenges us to consider what we stand to lose when history is destroyed, and what we gain when we come together to protect it. As we walk among its ruins, we're reminded that the past is not just a collection of artifacts, it's a bridge to understanding who we are and where we come from. In preserving Palmyra, we honor not only the city's legacy, but also the enduring power of human connection across time and space. Deep in the rolling hills of southeastern Turkey, a groundbreaking discovery has rewritten the story of human history. Gobekli Tepe, a prehistoric site dating back over 11,000 years, stands as a marvel of ancient engineering and artistry. Predating Stonehenge by more than 6 millennia, this enigmatic site challenges our understanding of early human societies. Its towering stone pillars, intricately carved with images of animals, geometric patterns, and human-like figures, suggest a level of sophistication that defies conventional timelines. What was the purpose of this ancient sanctuary, and who were the people who built it? The answers to these questions could reshape everything we thought we knew about the dawn of civilization. One of the most striking features of Gobekli Tepe is its sheer scale and complexity. The site consists of multiple circular enclosures, each anchored by massive T-shaped pillars, some weighing up to 20 tons. These pillars are not just structural supports, they are canvases adorned with elaborate carvings that seem to tell a story. Wild animals like lions, foxes, and birds dominate the imagery, perhaps symbolizing the spiritual or cosmological beliefs of the people who created them. The precision and artistry of these carvings are remarkable, especially considering they were made by a society that, according to traditional archaeology, had not yet developed agriculture or settled communities. Gobekli Tepe forces us to rethink the narrative that monumental architecture and complex societies only emerged after the advent of farming. Here, it seems, hunter-gatherers achieved feats that were once thought impossible for their time. Theories about Gobekli Tepe's purpose are as varied as the carvings on its pillars. Some researchers suggest it was a temple or sacred site, a place where early humans gathered for rituals and ceremonies. The arrangement of the enclosures, with their central pillars and circular layouts, hints at a space designed for communal activities, perhaps tied to the cycles of nature or the stars. Others propose that the site served as a kind of early observatory, its alignments tracking celestial events like solstices or equinoxes. There's even speculation that Gobekli Tepe was a place of remembrance, a monument to ancestors or significant events in the lives of its builders. Whatever its purpose, the site's significance extends far beyond its physical remains. It offers a glimpse into the minds of our prehistoric ancestors, revealing a capacity for abstract thought, collaboration, and spiritual expression that we once believed came much later in human development. The discovery of Gobekli Tepe has profound implications for our understanding of early human societies. Traditionally, the development of complex structures was thought to be a product of settled agricultural life, with farming providing the surplus resources and labor needed for large-scale projects. But Gobekli Tepe turns this assumption on its head. Built by hunter-gatherers, the site suggests that social complexity and monumental architecture may have emerged independently of agriculture, driven instead by spiritual or communal needs. This challenges the linear progression of human history we've long accepted, suggesting that the story of civilization is far more intricate and nuanced than we once believed. But how did a society of hunter-gatherers achieve such a feat? The construction of Gobekli Tepe would have required not only technical skill, but also a high degree of organization and cooperation. Moving and erecting the massive pillars, carving intricate designs, and coordinating the labor of many individuals would have been no small task. Some researchers argue that the site may have been a gathering place for multiple groups, a kind of prehistoric pilgrimage destination where people came together periodically to work on the project and participate in rituals. This level of collaboration hints at a social structure far more advanced than we typically associate with hunter-gatherer societies, raising questions about how these early communities were organized and what drove them to undertake such ambitious endeavors. Gobekli Tepe also invites us to reconsider the relationship between religion and the rise of civilization. Many scholars have argued that organized religion evolved as a way to unify and control growing populations in agricultural societies. But Gobekli Tepe suggests that spiritual belief may have played a central role in human development much earlier, perhaps even serving as a catalyst for the transition to settled life. The site's builders may have been motivated by a deep reverence for the natural world, a desire to connect with the divine, or a need to create meaning in an uncertain environment. Whatever their motivations, the legacy of Gobekli Tepe reminds us that the human impulse to create, to build, and to seek connection with something greater than ourselves is as old as humanity itself. As we stand before the ancient pillars of Gobekli Tepe, we're reminded that history is not a straight line but a tapestry woven with threads of innovation, belief, and collaboration. This extraordinary site challenges us to look beyond the familiar narratives and embrace the complexity of our shared past. It's a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of our ancestors, a reminder that even in the most unexpected places, the seeds of civilization were being sown. Gobekli Tepe doesn't just tell us about the past, it invites us to imagine the possibilities of what it means to be human. And in that journey of discovery, we find not just answers, but a deeper connection to the story of us all. Nestled in the heart of southern Africa, the ruins of Great Zimbabwe rise like a whisper from the past, telling a story of grandeur and ingenuity that defies stereotypes about ancient African civilizations. This sprawling complex, built between the 11th and 15th centuries, is a testament to the architectural and cultural sophistication of the Shona people. Its towering stone walls, intricate passageways, and enigmatic structures stand as a powerful reminder that Africa's history is rich with innovation and achievement, often overlooked in broader narratives of the ancient world. The most striking feature of Great Zimbabwe is its great enclosure, a massive circular wall crafted from precisely cut granite blocks, fitted together without mortar. This architectural marvel, with its conical tower and labyrinthine passages, has sparked endless speculation about its purpose. Was it a royal residence, a ceremonial site, or perhaps a symbol of power and prestige? The meticulous construction suggests a society with advanced engineering skills, capable of organizing labor and resources on a monumental scale. The site's layout also reflects a deep understanding of both function and aesthetics, blending practicality with symbolic meaning. Beyond the great enclosure lies the hill complex, a series of stone terraces and structures perched on a rocky outcrop overlooking the surrounding landscape. This area is thought to have been the spiritual and political heart of the city, where rulers held court and rituals were performed. The strategic placement of the hill complex, with its commanding views, underscores the importance of both security and symbolism in the design of Great Zimbabwe. It's a reminder that this was not just a city but a statement, a declaration of the Shona people's ingenuity and ambition. Yet, for all its grandeur, Great Zimbabwe's decline remains shrouded in mystery. By the 15th century, the city was abandoned, its once thriving streets silent and its structures reclaimed by nature. Theories about its fall range from environmental factors, such as drought and resource depletion, to shifts in trade routes that undermined its economic foundation. Some scholars suggest internal political tensions or external pressures may have played a role. Whatever the cause, the abandonment of Great Zimbabwe marked the end of an era, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire awe and curiosity. Studying Great Zimbabwe presents unique challenges. Unlike many ancient sites, it lacks written records, leaving archaeologists to piece together its story through artifacts, oral traditions, and the stones themselves. The discovery of Chinese pottery shards, Arabian glass beads, and other trade goods hints at the city's far-reaching connections, suggesting it was a hub of commerce and cultural exchange. Yet, much of its history remains tantalizingly out of reach, buried beneath layers of time and interpretation. The cultural significance of Great Zimbabwe cannot be overstated. For centuries, Western scholars dismissed its African origins, attributing its construction to foreign civilizations. It wasn't until the 20th century that the truth was unequivocally established. Great Zimbabwe was the work of an indigenous African society, a fact that has since become a source of pride and identity for many across the continent. The site's name itself derived from the Shona word Dizimba Mabwe, meaning houses of stone, speaks to its enduring legacy as a symbol of African achievement. As we explore the ruins of Great Zimbabwe, we're reminded of the importance of re-examining history through a more inclusive lens. Too often, the achievements of African civilizations have been marginalized or ignored, overshadowed by narratives that prioritize other parts of the world. Yet here in these ancient stones, we find a story of resilience, creativity, and human ambition that rivals any of the world's great civilizations. Great Zimbabwe is not just a relic of the past, it's a call to broaden our understanding of history, to celebrate the diversity of human achievement, and to recognize the profound contributions of cultures that have too often been left out of the story. Through its silent walls, we hear the echoes of a civilization that once thrived, reminding us that greatness knows no boundaries. The story of Atlantis has captivated minds for over 2 millennia, a tale so vivid and mysterious that it continues to spark debate, inspire exploration, and fuel countless theories. First mentioned by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato in his dialogues Timaeus and Critias, Atlantis is described as a powerful and advanced civilization that sank into the ocean in a single day and night of misfortune. But was Atlantis a real place, a cautionary tale, or pure fiction? The answer, like the city itself, remains elusive, buried beneath layers of myth and speculation. Plato's account paints Atlantis as a utopia gone awry, a technologically advanced society that became corrupted by greed and ambition. Located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, a thought to be the Strait of Gibraltar, Atlantis was said to be a vast island empire, rich in resources and ruled by wise kings. Yet, when its people turned to conquest and hubris, the gods punished them by submerging their island beneath the waves. While many scholars believe Plato used the story as a moral allegory, others have taken his descriptions at face value, launching centuries of searches for the lost city. The search for Atlantis has taken explorers and researchers to every corner of the globe, from the Mediterranean to the Caribbean, and even Antarctica. Some theories suggest Atlantis was inspired by real events, such as the volcanic eruption that destroyed the island of Thera, now Santorini, around 1600 BC. This catastrophe devastated the Minoan civilization, a sophisticated society that may have influenced Plato's tale. Others point to the Doggerland landmass in the North Sea, submerged at the end of the last ice age, as a possible source of the Atlantis legend. Still, there are those who argue that Atlantis was never a physical place but a metaphor for the fragility of human achievement, a warning against the dangers of unchecked ambition. Geological and archaeological evidence has yet to definitively support the existence of Atlantis, but that hasn't stopped the legend from permeating popular culture. From books and films to video games and conspiracy theories, Atlantis has become a symbol of mystery and lost knowledge. Its allure lies in its ambiguity, a story that invites us to dream, to question, and to imagine what might lie beneath the waves. The idea of a lost civilization, advanced beyond its time, taps into a deep-seated human curiosity about our past and the secrets it might hold. What is it about lost worlds like Atlantis that captivates us so deeply? Perhaps it's the thrill of discovery, the possibility that beneath the familiar surface of our world lies something extraordinary. Or maybe it's the poignant reminder that even the mightiest civilizations are vulnerable to the forces of nature and time. Atlantis, whether real or imagined, serves as a mirror reflecting our hopes, fears, and enduring fascination with the unknown. It's a story that transcends history, becoming a part of our collective imagination, a testament to the power of storytelling to shape how we see the world and ourselves. As we ponder the mystery of Atlantis, we're reminded that some questions may never be fully answered, and perhaps that's what makes them so compelling. The legend of Atlantis isn't just about a lost city. It's about the human desire to explore, to uncover, and to connect with a past that feels just out of reach. Whether fact or fiction, Atlantis continues to inspire us to look beyond the horizon, to wonder what else might be hidden in the depths of history, waiting to be discovered. And in that journey of curiosity and imagination, we find not just answers, but a deeper understanding of the stories that define us. In the fertile plains of the Mississippi River Valley, beneath the modern skyline of St. Louis, lies the remnants of a once thriving metropolis that rivaled the great cities of its time. Cahokia, the largest pre-Columbian city north of Mexico, was a hub of culture, trade, and innovation, its skyline dominated by massive earthen mounds that still stand as silent witnesses to a forgotten era. At its peak around the year 1000 CE, Cahokia was home to tens of thousands of people, a bustling urban center that defies the stereotype of ancient North America as a land of scattered tribes. But what drove the rise of this extraordinary city, and why was it eventually abandoned? The answers lie buried in the earth, waiting to be uncovered. The most striking feature of Cahokia is its monumental mounds, over 100 of which still dot the landscape today. The largest of these, known as Monk's Mound, rises 100 feet above the surrounding terrain, its flat summit offering sweeping views of the city and beyond. This colossal structure, built entirely by hand using baskets of earth, was likely the center of political and religious life, a place where leaders conducted ceremonies and governed the city. Surrounding the mounds were plazas, residential areas, and a grand wooden palisade that encircled the city's core, hinting at a society that valued both community and security. The sheer scale of Cahokia's construction speaks to a highly organized society, capable of mobilizing labor and resources on an unprecedented scale. But Cahokia was more than just a city of mounds. It was a cultural melting pot, a place where ideas, goods, and traditions flowed freely. Artifacts discovered at the site, from finely crafted pottery to intricately carved stone tablets, reveal a society with a rich artistic and spiritual life. The Mississippian people, as Cahokia's inhabitants are often called, were skilled farmers cultivating maize, beans, and squash in the fertile river valley. They also engaged in long-distance trade, exchanging goods like copper, shells, and obsidian with distant regions. This network of exchange not only fueled Cahokia's prosperity, but also connected it to a broader world, challenging the notion that ancient North America was isolated from the global stage. Yet, for all its grandeur, Cahokia's decline is as mysterious as its rise. By the 14th century, the city was largely abandoned, its once bustling streets silent and its mounds left to the elements. Theories about its fall range from environmental factors, such as prolonged droughts and deforestation, to social and political upheaval. Some researchers suggest that overpopulation and resource depletion strained the city's ability to sustain itself, while others point to evidence of conflict or disease. Whatever the cause, Cahokia's abandonment marked the end of an era, leaving behind a legacy that continues to intrigue and inspire. Today, Cahokia Mound's State Historic Site stands as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of the Mississippian people. Yet, preserving this heritage is not without its challenges. Urban development, climate change, and erosion threaten the fragile mounds, while the lack of written records makes it difficult to fully understand the city's history. Efforts to protect and study Cahokia are ongoing, with archaeologists using cutting-edge technology like LiDAR to map the site and uncover hidden structures. These discoveries offer new insights into the lives of Cahokia's inhabitants, helping us piece together the story of a civilization that once thrived in the heart of North America. What can Cahokia teach us about the diversity of ancient American civilizations? Far from being a land of isolated tribes, North America was home to complex societies with sophisticated cultures and far-reaching connections. Cahokia reminds us that history is not a single narrative but a tapestry woven from countless threads, each one adding depth and richness to the story of humanity. As we walk among its ancient mounds, we're reminded of the enduring power of human creativity and the importance of preserving the legacies of those who came before us. Cahokia is more than a forgotten city. It's a bridge to a past that continues to shape our understanding of the world. Through its silent earthworks, we hear the echoes of a civilization that once flourished, inviting us to explore not just its history but our own place within the broader story of human achievement. In the shadow of Mount Lai, deep within the Shaanxi province of China, lies one of the most astonishing archaeological discoveries of all time, the Terracotta Army. Unearthed in 1974 by farmers digging a well, this vast underground army of life-sized clay soldiers has since captivated the world. But what was the purpose of this incredible creation? Why would an emperor commission thousands of intricately crafted warriors, horses, and chariots only to bury them beneath the earth? The answer lies in the beliefs of ancient China, where the line between life and death was as thin as the air in a tomb. The Terracotta Army was built to serve as eternal guardians for China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, who unified the country in 221 BC. Believing that his power and dominion would extend into the afterlife, Qin ordered the creation of this monumental force to protect him in the realm beyond. Each soldier was painstakingly crafted with unique facial features, hairstyles, and even expressions, reflecting the diversity of the real army that had once fought under his command. The level of detail is staggering. Armor plates, boots, and even the tread on their shoes were meticulously rendered, a testament to the skill and dedication of the artisans who brought them to life. This wasn't just an army, it was a masterpiece of ancient engineering and artistry designed to last for eternity. The scale of the Terracotta Army is almost beyond comprehension. To date, archaeologists have uncovered over 8,000 soldiers, 130 chariots, and 670 horses, all arranged in battle formation across 3 massive pits. Yet, this is only a fraction of what lies buried. The tomb complex itself, which remains largely unexcavated, is believed to cover an area of nearly 38 square miles, with the emperor's burial chamber at its heart. Legends speak of rivers of mercury, booby traps, and a ceiling adorned with celestial constellations, though much of this remains shrouded in mystery. The Chinese government has been cautious about fully excavating the site, citing concerns about preserving the fragile artifacts and the potential dangers posed by ancient traps and toxic materials. The cultural significance of the Terracotta Army extends far beyond its role as a funerary monument. It offers a window into the ambition and vision of Qin Shi Huang, a ruler who sought not only to unify China's warring states but also to leave an indelible mark on history. His reign marked the beginning of imperial China, and his innovations, from standardized weights and measures to the construction of the Great Wall, reshaped the nation. Yet his obsession with immortality and his desire to conquer even death reveal a deeply human fear of mortality, a theme that resonates across cultures and centuries. Today, the Terracotta Army continues to reveal its secrets, one excavation at a time. Advanced technologies like 3D scanning and DNA analysis are helping researchers piece together the stories of the individuals who crafted and accompanied these clay soldiers. Some figures bear traces of vibrant paint, offering glimpses of the army's original splendor, while others show signs of ancient repairs, hinting at the care taken to preserve them even in antiquity. Each discovery adds another layer to our understanding of this ancient marvel, reminding us that history is not static but a living, evolving narrative. The Terracotta Army is more than just a collection of statues. It's a testament to the lengths humans will go to secure their legacy. It's a reminder that even the most powerful among us are driven by the same fundamental desires: to be remembered, to be protected, and to leave something behind that endures. As we stand before these silent sentinels, we're reminded that the past is not so distant after all. The echoes of Qin Shi Huang's ambition still resonate, inviting us to reflect on our own place in the vast tapestry of history. And in that reflection, we find a connection not just to the emperor and his army, but to the timeless human quest for meaning and immortality. Rising from the fertile plains of Mesopotamia, the ancient city of Babylon stands as a symbol of human ambition and cultural brilliance. Once the jewel of the ancient world, this legendary city was a center of learning, art, and power, its name synonymous with grandeur and innovation. From its towering ziggurats to its bustling markets, Babylon was a place where history was made, where kings ruled and scholars studied, and where myths and realities intertwined. But how did this great city rise to such heights, and what led to its eventual decline? The answers lie in the sands of time, waiting to be uncovered. At the heart of Babylon's legacy are its iconic structures, marvels of engineering and artistry that have captured imaginations for millennia. The Hanging Gardens, often counted among the 7 wonders of the ancient world, are perhaps the most famous. According to legend, these lush, terraced gardens were built by King Nebuchadnezzar II to comfort his homesick wife, who longed for the greenery of her homeland. Though no physical evidence of the gardens has been found, ancient descriptions paint a vivid picture of an oasis in the desert, a testament to human ingenuity and the desire to create beauty even in the harshest environments. Equally impressive was the Ishtar Gate, a monumental entryway adorned with vibrant blue glazed bricks and intricate reliefs of lions, dragons, and bulls. This gate was more than just an architectural feat. It was a symbol of Babylon's power and divine favor, a statement to all who entered that they stood in the presence of greatness. Yet for all its splendor, Babylon's story is also one of decline. By the 1st century CE, the city had fallen into ruin, its once thriving streets silent and its grand structures crumbling. Theories about its downfall are as varied as its history. Some point to external invasions, such as the conquest by the Persian Empire under Cyrus the Great. Others suggest internal factors like political instability or economic decline played a role. Environmental changes, including shifts in the Euphrates River, may have also contributed to the city's abandonment. Whatever the cause, Babylon's fall marked the end of an era, leaving behind a legacy that continues to intrigue and inspire. Preserving the ruins of Babylon is a challenge that mirrors the complexity of its history. Over the centuries, the site has faced threats from looting, urban development, and even military conflict. In recent years, efforts have been made to protect and restore what remains, using modern technology to document and stabilize the ancient structures. Archaeologists and conservationists work tirelessly to ensure that future generations can experience the wonder of this once great city. Yet the task is far from easy. Balancing preservation with the pressures of tourism and development requires careful planning and international cooperation. Each step forward is a reminder of the importance of safeguarding our shared heritage, even as we strive to understand it. The influence of Babylon extends far beyond its physical ruins. Its contributions to mathematics, astronomy, and law have left an indelible mark on human history. The Code of Hammurabi, one of the earliest known legal systems, established principles of justice that resonate to this day. Babylonian astronomers mapped the stars, laying the groundwork for modern astronomy, while their mathematical innovations, such as the base 60 system, still influence how we measure time and angles. Even the stories of Babylon, from the Tower of Babel to the Epic of Gilgamesh, continue to shape our understanding of mythology and literature. In many ways, Babylon is not just a city of the past. It's a living legacy, a reminder of humanity's capacity for greatness and the enduring power of culture. As we explore the story of Babylon, we're reminded that the echoes of the past are never truly silent. They resonate in the stones, the stories, and the ideas that have shaped our world. Babylon's rise and fall offer lessons about ambition, resilience, and the fragility of even the mightiest civilizations. But they also remind us of the enduring power of human creativity, the ability to build, to dream, and to leave a mark that transcends time. Through its ruins, we glimpse not just a city, but a reflection of ourselves, our hopes, our fears, and our timeless quest to understand the world and our place within it. Nestled along the banks of the Indus River, the ancient city of Mohenjo-Daro stands as a testament to the ingenuity of one of the world's earliest urban civilizations. Flourishing around 2500 BC, this sprawling metropolis was a marvel of its time, boasting a level of sophistication that would not be seen again for centuries. Known as the Mound of the Dead, Mohenjo-Daro was one of the largest cities of the Indus Valley civilization, a culture that stretched across what is now Pakistan and northwest India. But what made this city so extraordinary, and why, after centuries of prosperity, did it fall into obscurity? The answers lie in its stones, its streets, and the secrets they hold. Mohenjo-Daro's urban planning was nothing short of revolutionary. The city was laid out in a grid pattern with wide, straight streets intersecting at right angles, a design that speaks to a highly organized society. Homes, workshops, and public buildings were constructed from uniformly sized bricks, a testament to standardized construction techniques. But perhaps the most impressive feature was its advanced drainage system. Each house had its own private bathroom, connected to a network of underground sewers that carried waste away from the city. This level of sanitation was unparalleled in the ancient world, showcasing a deep understanding of public health and engineering. It's a reminder that the people of Mohenjo-Daro weren't just building a city, they were crafting a way of life. The city's public architecture further underscores its sophistication. The Great Bath, a large, watertight pool lined with bricks and sealed with bitumen, is one of the most iconic structures at the site. Scholars believe it may have been used for ritual purification, a central aspect of the city's spiritual life. Nearby, a massive granary suggests a society capable of managing surplus food supplies, while a central marketplace hints at a thriving economy. These features paint a picture of a society that valued order, innovation, and community, a stark contrast to the chaotic images often associated with ancient civilizations. Yet, for all its achievements, Mohenjo-Daro's decline remains a mystery. By 1900 BC, the city was largely abandoned, its streets silent and its buildings left to crumble. Theories about its fall range from environmental factors, such as climate change and the shifting course of the Indus River, to internal strife or invasion. Some researchers point to evidence of flooding, which may have disrupted the city's delicate balance. Others suggest that economic decline or disease played a role. Whatever the cause, the abandonment of Mohenjo-Daro marked the end of an era, leaving behind a legacy that continues to puzzle and inspire. Studying Mohenjo-Daro presents unique challenges. Unlike cities like Pompeii or Troy, which were buried by sudden catastrophes, Mohenjo-Daro's decline was gradual, leaving fewer dramatic clues for archaeologists to uncover. The site's fragile mud brick structures are prone to erosion, and rising groundwater levels threaten to damage what remains. Despite these obstacles, modern technology has allowed researchers to uncover new insights. Ground-penetrating radar and 3D modeling have revealed hidden structures and provided a clearer picture of the city's layout. Yet, much of Mohenjo-Daro's story remains untold, waiting for future explorers to piece together. What can we learn from the story of Mohenjo-Daro? It's a reminder that even the most advanced societies are vulnerable to the forces of nature and time. But it's also a testament to human resilience and creativity, a glimpse into a world where innovation and community thrived long before the rise of empires like Rome or Egypt. As we walk through the ruins of Mohenjo-Daro, we're reminded that the echoes of the past are never truly silent. They speak to us through the stones, urging us to reflect on our own cities and the legacies we hope to leave behind. In the end, Mohenjo-Daro isn't just a lost city. It's a mirror held up to the enduring spirit of human ingenuity. Emerging from the dense jungles of the Yucatan Peninsula, the ancient city of Chichen Itza stands as a testament to the brilliance of the Maya civilization. Once a thriving hub of politics, religion, and commerce, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is perhaps best known for its iconic pyramid, El Castillo, which dominates the skyline with its precise geometric design. But Chichen Itza is far more than a single structure. It's a sprawling complex of temples, ball courts, and observatories, each revealing a piece of the Mayas' intricate understanding of the world around them. How did this city rise to such prominence, and what led to its eventual abandonment? The answers lie in its stones, its alignments, and the stories they tell. At the heart of Chichen Itza is El Castillo, also known as the Temple of Kukulkan, a pyramid that embodies the Mayas' mastery of astronomy and architecture. During the spring and autumn equinoxes, the setting sun casts shadows along the pyramid steps, creating the illusion of a serpent slithering down its side. This phenomenon, representing the feathered serpent god Kukulkan, is no accident. It's a carefully calculated display of the Mayas' deep connection to the cosmos. The pyramid itself is a living calendar with its 4 sides, each featuring 91 steps, totaling 364 when combined with the platform at the top. This design mirrors the solar year, a testament to the Mayas' advanced understanding of time and celestial cycles. But Chichen Itza's astronomical ingenuity doesn't end with El Castillo. The city's observatory, known as El Caracol, is another marvel of ancient engineering. Its circular design and strategically placed windows allowed Maya astronomers to track the movements of Venus, a planet they associated with warfare and agricultural cycles. These celestial observations weren't just academic. They guided decisions about when to plant crops, wage wars, and conduct rituals, underscoring the practical applications of their knowledge. The Maya saw the heavens not as a distant realm but as an integral part of their daily lives, a philosophy reflected in every corner of Chichen Itza. The city's decline, however, remains shrouded in mystery. By the 13th century, Chichen Itza was largely abandoned, its grand structures left to the jungle. Some theories suggest that prolonged droughts destabilized the region, leading to food shortages and social unrest. Others point to internal conflicts or the rise of competing city-states as contributing factors. Whatever the cause, the abandonment of Chichen Itza marked the end of an era, leaving behind a legacy that continues to captivate and inspire. Today, Chichen Itza is one of the most visited archaeological sites in the world, attracting millions of tourists each year. Its popularity is a double-edged sword. While it brings attention and resources to the preservation of Maya heritage, it also poses challenges. The sheer volume of visitors can strain the site's fragile structures, and balancing accessibility with conservation is an ongoing struggle. Efforts to protect and study Chichen Itza include using drones and 3D imaging to map the site. as well as implementing sustainable tourism practices to ensure its survival for future generations. The cultural significance of Chichen Itza extends far beyond its physical remains. It's a symbol of the Mayas' enduring legacy, a reminder of their contributions to mathematics, astronomy, and art. The site's influence can be seen in modern-day Mexico, where Maya traditions and languages continue to thrive, and in the global fascination with ancient civilizations. Chichen Itza is more than a relic of the past. It's a bridge connecting us to a world where science and spirituality were intertwined, where the heavens were mapped in stone, and where human ingenuity knew no bounds. As we walk through the ruins of Chichen Itza, we're reminded that the past is not a static artifact but a living story, one that continues to shape our understanding of the world. The Mayas' achievements challenge us to rethink what ancient societies were capable of, and their legacy invites us to explore not just their history but our own place within the broader tapestry of human achievement. Through the stones of Chichen Itza, we hear the whispers of a civilization that once thrived, urging us to look to the stars and imagine the possibilities that lie ahead. At the edge of the Giza Plateau, the Great Sphinx stands as a silent sentinel, its weathered gaze fixed on the horizon. Carved from a single massive block of limestone, this colossal statue with the body of a lion and the head of a human has captivated the world for millennia. But who built the Sphinx and why? What secrets does this enigmatic figure hold, and why does it continue to spark debate and fascination? These questions, much like the Sphinx itself, are shrouded in mystery, inviting us to explore the layers of history and symbolism that define this iconic monument. The origins of the Sphinx are as elusive as its expression. Most scholars attribute its construction to Pharaoh Khafre, who ruled during the 4th dynasty of ancient Egypt around 2500 BC. The Sphinx is believed to have been carved from the bedrock of the Giza Plateau, its body aligned with the sun's path as it rises and sets. This celestial connection suggests that the Sphinx was more than just a statue. It was a symbol of royal power and divine authority, a guardian meant to protect the pyramids and the pharaohs buried within. Yet, not everyone agrees. Some researchers argue that the Sphinx could be much older, pointing to erosion patterns that suggest it may have been shaped by water, a possibility that would push its origins back to a time when the Sahara was a lush green landscape. While this theory remains controversial, it underscores the challenges of dating a monument that has stood for millennia, its true age still a subject of debate. One of the most enduring mysteries of the Sphinx is its missing nose. Over the centuries, countless stories have emerged to explain its absence. Some blame Napoleon's troops, who allegedly used the Sphinx for target practice during their campaign in Egypt. Others point to the 14th century Sufi Muslim cleric Saim al-Dar, who is said to have vandalized the statue in an act of religious protest. Yet, historical accounts suggest the nose was already missing long before these events, leaving the true cause of its disappearance lost to time. The missing nose has become a symbol of the Sphinx's enigmatic nature, a reminder that even the most iconic figures are not immune to the wear and tear of history. Beyond its physical form, the Sphinx holds deep cultural and symbolic significance. In ancient Egyptian mythology, the lion symbolized strength and protection, while the human head represented intelligence and divine connection. Together, they embodied the ideal of a wise and powerful ruler, a guardian of sacred spaces and cosmic order. The Sphinx's placement near the pyramids reinforces this role, as if it were eternally watching over the tombs of the pharaohs and the treasures they contained. Over time, the Sphinx has also become a symbol of mystery itself, inspiring countless legends, theories, and artistic interpretations. From ancient texts to modern fiction, the Sphinx continues to captivate the imagination, its silent presence inviting us to ponder the mysteries of the past. Preserving the Sphinx is a challenge that mirrors the complexity of its history. Over the centuries, wind, sand, and pollution have eroded its surface, threatening its survival. Restoration efforts have been ongoing for decades, with teams of archaeologists and conservators working to stabilize the statue and protect it from further damage. Modern technology, such as 3D scanning and drone imaging, has allowed researchers to study the Sphinx in unprecedented detail, uncovering hidden features and gaining new insights into its construction. Yet, despite these advances, the Sphinx remains a monument of unanswered questions, its secrets still buried beneath layers of time and speculation. As we stand before the Great Sphinx, we're reminded that some mysteries are not meant to be solved. They exist to inspire curiosity, to challenge our assumptions, and to connect us with the enduring legacy of those who came before us. The Sphinx is more than a statue. It's a bridge to a world where myth and history intertwine, where the boundaries between past and present blur, and where the quest for understanding is as timeless as the monument itself. Through its silent gaze, we glimpse not just the story of ancient Egypt, but the universal human desire to leave a mark that endures, a testament to the power of creativity, resilience, and the eternal search for meaning. High on a windswept plateau in modern-day Iran, the ruins of Persepolis rise like a ghostly reminder of a once mighty empire. Known as the ceremonial capital of the Achaemenid Empire, this ancient city was a symbol of Persian power and sophistication, a place where kings ruled and cultures converged. Its towering columns, grand staircases, and intricate reliefs speak of a civilization that valued both strength and beauty, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire awe. But how did this magnificent city fall from grace, and what can its story teach us about the rise and fall of empires? The answers lie in its stones, its art, and the echoes of its past. Persepolis was more than just a city, it was a statement. Built by Darius the Great in the 6th century BCE, it was designed to showcase the wealth and grandeur of the Persian Empire, the largest the world had ever seen. The city's architecture was a blend of influences from across the empire, reflecting the diversity of the peoples it ruled. The Apadana Palace, with its towering columns and vast audience hall, was where kings received tribute from distant lands, a testament to the empire's reach and ambition. The grand staircases leading to the palace were adorned with detailed reliefs depicting scenes of conquest, diplomacy, and celebration, offering a glimpse into the lives and values of the Achaemenid rulers. Every stone, every carving was a deliberate choice, a reflection of the empire's identity and aspirations. Yet, for all its grandeur, Persepolis met a dramatic and fiery end. In 330 BC, the city was sacked and burned by Alexander the Great during his campaign to conquer the Persian Empire. The reasons for its destruction remain debated. Some historians argue that Alexander's actions were driven by revenge, a response to the Persian invasion of Greece a century earlier. Others suggest it was a strategic move meant to shatter the symbolic heart of Persian power. Whatever the motive, the result was devastating. Persepolis was left in ruins, its once thriving streets silent and its grand structures reduced to ashes. Despite its destruction, the legacy of Persepolis endures. The city's ruins have become a powerful symbol of the Achaemenid Empire's cultural and artistic achievements. The reliefs and inscriptions found at the site offer invaluable insights into Persian governance, religion, and daily life. They reveal a society that valued justice, as seen in the famous Cyrus Cylinder, often regarded as one of the earliest declarations of human rights. The empire's tolerance for diverse cultures and religions set it apart from many of its contemporaries, creating a model of governance that would influence future civilizations. Exploring Persepolis today is a journey through layers of history. The site's iconic Gate of All Nations, with its colossal stone guardians, still stands as a testament to the empire's ambition and reach. The treasury, once filled with the riches of conquered lands, whispers of the empire's wealth and power. Yet, amidst the grandeur, there's a poignant reminder of impermanence. The ruins of Persepolis, though awe-inspiring, are also a testament to the fragility of even the mightiest empires. They remind us that no matter how grand our achievements, they are ultimately subject to the forces of time and change. The story of Persepolis is not just one of destruction but also of resilience. Over the centuries, the site has been rediscovered and studied, offering new generations a glimpse into a world that once thrived. Modern technology has allowed archaeologists to reconstruct parts of the city digitally, bringing its past glory to life in ways that were once unimaginable. These efforts ensure that the legacy of Persepolis continues to inspire, not just as a relic of the past but as a reminder of the enduring power of human creativity and ambition. As we reflect on the rise and fall of Persepolis, we're reminded that history is a cycle of creation and destruction, of ambition and humility. The city's ruins challenge us to consider the legacies we build and the stories we leave behind. They invite us to marvel at the achievements of the past while acknowledging the impermanence of all things. Through the silent stones of Persepolis, we hear the echoes of an empire that once ruled much of the known world, urging us to reflect on our own place in the ever-changing tapestry of history. Throughout this journey, we've ventured into the shadows of history, uncovering the mysteries of ancient monuments that stand as silent witnesses to the ingenuity and resilience of humanity. From the towering pyramids of Egypt to the intricate carvings of Gobekli Tepe, each site has offered us a glimpse into the minds and lives of those who came before us. These abandoned wonders are not just relics of the past, they are time capsules, preserving stories of ambition, creativity, and the eternal human quest to leave a mark on the world. What makes these ancient sites so captivating is not just their grandeur, but the unanswered questions they pose. How did societies without modern technology achieve such feats of engineering? What drove them to invest so much effort into these monumental creations, and why, in some cases, did they walk away from their masterpieces, leaving them to the elements? These mysteries remind us that history is not a static record but a living, evolving narrative, filled with gaps that invite us to explore, question, and imagine. The cultural legacies of these sites are equally profound. They remind us that ancient civilizations were far more interconnected and sophisticated than we often give them credit for. The Indus Valley's advanced urban planning, the Maya's celestial precision, and the Hittites' diplomatic archives all speak to a world where innovation and collaboration flourished long before the modern era. These legacies challenge us to rethink our assumptions about progress and to appreciate the enduring contributions of cultures that once thrived. But perhaps the most powerful lesson these abandoned monuments offer is their relevance to our modern world. They remind us of the fragility of even the mightiest civilizations, urging us to consider the impact of our choices on the environment, society, and future generations. At the same time, they inspire us with their resilience, showing that even in the face of decline, the human spirit endures, leaving behind a legacy that continues to shape our understanding of the world. As we close this exploration, remember that the mysteries of the ancient world are far from solved. Each discovery raises new questions, and every site holds secrets waiting to be uncovered. Whether you're an avid history enthusiast or simply curious about the past, there's always more to learn, more to question, and more to marvel at. So, what do you think? Which of these ancient sites fascinates you the most? What mysteries do you hope we'll uncover in the future? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights might just spark the next great discovery. As the historian Herodotus once said, "Great deeds are usually wrought at great risks." The builders of these ancient wonders dared to dream, to create, and to leave a legacy that continues to inspire us today. Let their stories remind us to embrace curiosity, to seek understanding, and to honor the timeless quest for knowledge that connects us all. The past is not just a collection of ruins, it's a guide, a teacher, and a source of endless wonder. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep uncovering the secrets of our shared history. The journey is just beginning.